I'm Kayleigh George, Marketing Associate in the Library Marketing Department at HarperCollins Publishers, and I am here with Boudreaux, Editorial Director of Ecco, an imprint of Harper, and we are going to talk about some books she's very excited about this season.
Hi, it's so good to be here, and it's great to be here talking to you librarians. Let me just say I spent every Saturday morning of my childhood at the Bookmobile in Coles Point, Virginia, and I would not be sitting here at a publishing company without your help. And I'm going to talk to you today about a first novel by Hannah Pittard. It's called The Fates Will Find Their Way, and I know you understand as well as I do the challenges of a debut novel. This is the hardest thing in the world to get off the ground, but I have as much optimism about this novel as about anything I've ever published, and it was only 3 years ago here at Ecco that we brought a debut novel called The Story of Edgar Sawtelle to your attention, and you rewarded us greatly by helping us sell the heck out of that thing and get it into all of your patrons' hands. The Fates Will Find Their Way is a novel set in a leafy suburban enclave. You never know exactly where. And one Halloween night, it's the night that the clocks are changing, it's daylight savings time, a teenage girl goes missing from the neighborhood. And the parents don't really realize anything is wrong until the next day. The curfew was an hour later, nobody knew exactly whose house she was going to, and she's missing, and we never quite find out what happened to her. Now, in the hands of a less accomplished writer, this would be a red herring that would drive me crazy. I'm a little bit of a plot junkie, and I need to know what happens. But this is a book told from the point of view of all of the boys in the neighborhood who were obsessed with this young girl, Nora Lindell, right as they were all on the cusp of adulthood. And in 224 pages, this is the most economical, beautifully written book you're going to put your hands on all year, I assure you. In this 224-page novel, Hannah Pittard unspools for you the complete lives of this half a dozen group of characters, these boys. And we go from being 16 years old with them until they are 45, 50 years old, married men with families of their own. And you find out all of those characteristics they had as 16-year-old boys, how it turned them into the adults that they become, who has an affair with whom, and who takes the right road, and who takes the wrong road. And you find out all of this by their projections of what may or may not happen to that missing girl. This is a novel that is all about the gap between expectation and reality, and when you leave childhood behind, and the roads you do or not take, and the what-ifs that always haunt you, and the curiosity about what might have happened had any of those circumstances been different. We have gotten the most amazing in-house reads on this book, beautiful blurbs from Vendela Levita, Jim Shepard, Ann Beattie, Patrick Somerville, and booksellers have responded far beyond my imagination. It is a novel that you will be hearing a lot from Hannah Pittard in the future. I'm absolutely certain of it. And this is a novel that is going to appeal to a wide spectrum of your patrons looking for a read that explores these disparities in adult life. It's haunting, it's a little unsettling, it is beautifully and competently controlled in a way that I think I'm on firm footing when I tell you Hannah Pittard will be on your shelves for a long time to come.
We certainly hope that she is, and I personally have to say I read this in one night. It unfurled spectacularly. It was really, really stellar, erudite, but the plot it just kept me going and going and going until I was done with it, and it's time for bed. So what else do you have that you're excited about? I think there's one other one we've got.
Well, in case you all are wondering where we are, we're at a bar next door to HarperCollins and Ecco, and we are at a bar drinking a Gold Rush cocktail, which I suggest you acquaint yourself with very soon. And we are drinking a Gold Rush because a book of mine that is coming out in May called The Sisters Brothers, and if I may say so, it must be one of the best covers I've ever had on a novel, by a young man named Patrick deWitt, and I will summarize it for you in one line. If the Coen brothers had written Lonesome Dove, this is what you would get. It is an old-fashioned Western that is taken to the level of comedic tour de force. If you are a Charles Portis fan, as Wells Tower said when he was blurbing this book, if you are a Mark Twain fan, this is something you should get your hands on. And I think it's going to have an enormous readership among men who like a good gripping Western. It goes beyond that, but let me tell you, it delivers on every level, and if you get past the first page and you don't keep reading, I will come and mow your lawn. I promise.
All right. That's a promise. Well, Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Lee, for everything that you do for our books. And check these out.
And thank you very much, librarians. Cheers. Go have yourself a gold rush.
Cheers.